I'm talking to Leon Strous. He's president-elect of IFIP, which is the International Federation for Information Processing. Now, information, academic information especially, can be very expensive for people, academics, in developing countries. How do you help put those people in contact with information that can not only change lives, but change the research that's carried on in developing countries?
And for the last 50 years, we share this information, peers share with their students and vice versa, the results of their work in academic conferences, peer-reviewed contributions, etc. We publish them through an official publisher, and we realize that these results of this work are reasonably expensive, especially for developing countries to buy or to get a library subscription in universities, etc. So we are definitely trying to find ways to make this more accessible for, let's say, the whole world, but specifically, of course, the developing and emerging countries, which is not an easy task. We have established a digital library, but we also have to take into account that IFIP, even if we are a voluntary organization and we only have 3 people as paid staff members in our secretariat in Austria, we still need some money to get the organization going.
What is the problem with the structure of how academic journals are published? Is it, obviously they have to pay for their overheads, etc., but academic journals, as opposed to journals that most people would know about, are much, much more expensive, aren't they, because of the smaller audience they're appealing to?
They are addressing a small audience, and it's the business model of commercial publishers. Unfortunately, and I think they're right in that respect, because I tried to convince them, if they reduce the price by half, they said, okay, that's fine, but we will not double the number of subscriptions. That's just a simple economic business model. So, and they're not voluntary organizations, and they're not charity funds. So that's the problem we are facing at the moment.
And how then, what is the solution for academics in the developing world to have access to these publications? What do they do at the moment? They have to subscribe, or what?
In most cases, they have to subscribe, and often via the university libraries or via research institutes in their countries. Other means which could provide an option is to join forces in computer societies in their countries and try to find a way to have a joint subscription, or to buy one book which can be shared. I know of 1 or 2 of those societies which do it. So it can be done, but even that requires some kind of funding for those societies.
And this is really the essence of, at quite a high level, the information or knowledge gap, isn't it? I mean, it's very important that academics have access to all the most recent research.
Well, that's one aspect of it, getting the information produced by researchers all over the world. Another important aspect is, it's maybe even more important, the opportunities academics and researchers in developing countries have to share their knowledge, to present their work, to present their results, discuss it with colleagues from all over the world.
Do you deal with issues such as stringent copyright? Are you campaigning for copyright to be relaxed for these sort of situations?
At the moment, no, because like I explained, it's one of these deadlocks you have. You have to finance your organization, so we have copyright on the papers that are published under our auspices. But we definitely would like to loosen this and make it available free for all if we find other ways to finance some of our basic operations.
Now, you also do work looking for the innovative application of ICTs in developing countries, so to see if that application can be used elsewhere. Can you tell us a bit about that?
And we have established a new kind of conference, at least for IFIP, a new kind of conference, which is called WITFOR, World IT Forum, where we want to share experiences between high-level politicians up to minister level, policymakers, researchers, and practitioners. We try to cover a number of specific application areas like agriculture, education, e-health, environmental issues, and there's been quite a number of projects that have been demonstrated, like in the e-health environment. applications to monitor HIV developments, which is an application used in quite a few countries, including Africa, Asia, Latin America. Given the level of interaction between the participants, I'm quite happy about what we try to achieve.